Southern Africa is packed with some of the most diverse countries on the continent, from island nations and desert states to giant economies and small mountain kingdoms. In this video, we're counting down every SADC member in alphabetical order, and with each flag, we'll uncover the capital city, the currency, the major languages, and a few extra facts that make each country unique. Some of these nations are economic powerhouses, others are rich in natural resources, and some are famous for wildlife, history, and breathtaking landscapes. Angola's capital is Luanda, and it uses the Angolan Kwanza. Portuguese is the official language, while Umbundu, Kimbundu, and Kikongo are among the most widely spoken languages. Economically, Angola is one of the bigger players in Africa, largely because of oil and natural resources. It also has a long Atlantic coastline and some incredible natural sights, including the famous Calandula Falls. Botswana's capital is Gaborone, and its currency is the pula. The main languages include Setswana and English, with other local languages, such as Kalanga, also spoken. Botswana is known as one of Africa's more stable and better managed economies, with diamonds playing a major role. It is also home to the Okavango Delta, one of the world's most famous inland wetlands. The capital of Comoros is Moroni, and the country uses the Comorian franc. The main languages are Comorian, French, and Arabic. Economically, Comoros is one of the smaller economies in Africa, with agriculture, fishing, and remittances playing important roles. It is made up of volcanic islands in the Indian Ocean, giving it a truly unique island identity. The capital of the DRC is Kinshasa, and it uses the Congolese franc. Its major languages include French, Lingala, Swahili, and Kikongo. The DRC has one of the largest and most resource-rich economies on the continent, with huge mineral wealth and massive development potential. It is also home to part of the Congo Basin, one of the most important rainforest regions in the world. Eswatini's capitals are Mbabane and Lobamba, and it uses the Lilangeni, which moves alongside the South African rand. The main languages are Siswati and English. Economically, Eswatini is a small but active regional economy with strong ties to South Africa. It is also known for its rich traditions, scenic mountains, and strong cultural identity. Lesotho's capital is Maseru, and it uses the Loti, while the South African rand is also widely accepted. The main languages are Sesotho and English. Lesotho is a small, landlocked economy closely linked to South Africa, but it has a very distinct identity of its own. It is often called the Kingdom in the Sky because of its high altitude and dramatic mountain landscapes. Madagascar's capital is Antananarivo, and it uses the Orieri. The main languages are Malagasy and French. Economically, Madagascar is one of the larger island economies in Africa, with agriculture, tourism, and natural resources all playing a role. It is world famous for its wildlife, and many of its plants and animals are found nowhere else on Earth. The capital of Malawi is Lilongwe, and the currency is the Malawian kwacha. The main languages include Chichewa and English, with Chitumbuka also widely spoken. Malawi's economy is still developing and heavily based on agriculture, but the country is known for its warmth and strong community culture. It is also famous for Lake Malawi, one of Africa's Great Lakes. Mauritius's capital is Port Louis, and it uses the Mauritian rupee. The main languages include English, French, and Mauritian Creole. Mauritius stands out as one of Africa's more advanced and diversified economies, with strong sectors in tourism, finance, and services. It is also a beautiful island nation, known for its beaches and polished international image. Mozambique's capital is Maputo, and it uses the Mozambican metical. The main language is Portuguese, while languages such as Emahua, Sena, and Songa are also widely spoken. Mozambique is a resource-rich economy with major potential in gas, agriculture, and trade. It also has a long Indian Ocean coastline and some of the best coastal scenery in the region. Namibia's capital is Windhoek, and it uses the Namibian dollar, which is linked to the South African rand. The main languages include Oshiwambo, Afrikaans, English, and German. Namibia is one of the continent's less densely populated countries, but it has a strong mining and tourism sector. It is also famous for the Namib Desert and the stunning wildlife of Etosha National Park. The capital of Seychelles is Victoria, and its currency is the Seychellois rupee. The main languages are Seychellois Creole, English, and French. Seychelles is one of Africa's smallest economies by size, but one of the strongest when it comes to income per person and tourism. It is a paradise of islands, beaches, and marine life. South Africa has 3 capitals: Pretoria for the executive, Cape Town for the legislature, and Bloemfontein for the judiciary. It uses the South African rand, and some of its most widely spoken languages include Zulu, Xhosa, Afrikaans, and English. South Africa is the biggest and most industrialized economy in SADC, and one of the most influential on the continent. It is also famous for its diversity, from major cities to mountains, coastlines, and world-class wildlife. Tanzania's capital is Dodoma, and it uses the Tanzanian shilling. The main languages are Swahili and English, along with many other regional languages across the country. Economically, Tanzania is one of East and Southern Africa's important growing economies, supported by agriculture, tourism, and trade. It is home to Mount Kilimanjaro, the Serengeti, and the island of Zanzibar. Zambia's capital is Lusaka, and it uses the Zambian kwacha. The main languages include English, Bemba, Nyanja, and Tonga. Zambia's economy is strongly shaped by copper, making mining one of its biggest industries. It is also famous for the mighty Victoria Falls, shared with Zimbabwe, and for its beautiful national parks. Zimbabwe's capital is Harare, and its local currency is the Zimbabwe gold, or ZiG, while foreign currencies like the US dollar are still widely used in everyday life. The main languages include Shona, Ndebele, and English. Zimbabwe has a resource-rich economy with major agricultural and mining potential, and it remains one of the most watched economies in the region. It is also home to the iconic Great Zimbabwe Ruins, one of the continent's most important historical sites. That's every SADC member explored one by one, from island nations in the Indian Ocean to landlocked mountain kingdoms and some of Africa's biggest economic players. Each country brings something different to the region, whether it's natural resources, cultural diversity, strategic location, or tourism power. Together, these nations form a bloc that plays a major role in trade, development, and regional cooperation across southern Africa. And while they may differ in size, population, and economic strength, they're all connected through shared goals and regional identity. So now that you've seen them all, which country stood out the most? And which one would you want to explore next?